Okay, guys. Oh, there's not a party in there.
Oh, shit. Party over here?
This is my grow tent. So I started a lot of plants this year. So what I ended up doing this year was I wanted to do grapes again. So I ended up going on eBay. I found some more grapes. And there they are. All of the grapes that I bought, all of them rooted. Every single one of them. Well, I still got two over there. I'll be opening those up for you guys here in a minute. But all of them rooted. You know, even, you know, this one actually may look like it's dead, but it's not. You just got to give it time. Oh, and all of the grapes that I planted from the previous house, they all survived, and some of the Concords are actually producing clusters. And this is crazy. It's actually got a cluster on it. This stupid camera. You can't even see the damn clusters. I'm going to have to invest in another camera. I despise this camera. But, you know, you don't want to overwater them. I think that was one of my mistakes. Trying to get them to propagate was overwatering them, keeping them humid. Don't keep them humid. What I've got it at, and the humidity, and that's just because I have the tent open. The humidity is at 36%. And the temperature stays between a constant 80 to 85 degrees. And I'm controlling that through my little heater. And that's the control module. I believe that one is the heat, and that one is the humidity. So, and all I did, well, let me get these out. Set you up. Pay no attention to that underneath.
Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain.
Don't pay attention to that. Let's do it on the Galaxie Garage. I think there should be like 2 or 3 more of these in here. These are the Jupiter Muscats. I believe these ones were the last ones to get to me by mail. That's why they were taking so long. But they're still callousing. And I haven't checked on these in a couple of days. One of them was just starting to root. And all I did was I got them, I wet the paper towel down. I don't keep it sopping wet. I wet it down, scrunch it out, make sure it's still wet. I take the cuttings, and this is the best way, and I'm 100%. See, there we go. We got some, I broke one. Okay. It's okay. It's okay if you break one. But there we go. I got a root. And I think I'll plant it because I don't want put it in a I don't want to mess it up again, mess up another root. Damn it, that sucks. That's okay. And what I'll do is I'll just wrap that up. And what you do, some of these I did, these ones I didn't. And there's the callousing. And what you do is you kind of scrape off a little bit of the bark all the way around, and then you wrap it up and you put it in the grow tent, 80 to 85 degrees. Keep the towel moist and check on it every couple of days. I probably would wrap it like this to where you leave one of the buds out. But let's get this baby planted. She should be okay. Got a lot of callousing going on, so. Put a little bit at the bottom. And what I'm using is potting mix, all natural potting mix. That's all I'm using. But I'm going to set this in there, and I'm just going to leave it like that because I don't want to damage that thing. Do put a little bit of water in here, not a lot. But the other thing is, I mean, I really need to get this down far enough to where I can get that, the second one, in the dirt, covered. I really want to cover that. I don't think we're going to have enough space to do it. So if we can get that covered, that would be great. And I've got one more to go. I'm actually going to start acclimating these out the weather tomorrow, really. Because it's finally starting to stay warm. Last night was kind of cold. And that should root. It's got one growing. That'll get nice and hot. I'll start taking some of these vines out and start putting them outside and getting them acclimated to the climate, and then I'll put them in the plant them. Hopefully we get grapes within a couple of years. Grapes that I got were a crimson grape that I think is used for it's the table grape, so it's the type of grapes that turn into raisins. The juniper Muscat and Cuyoga white. Cuyoga white wine. And these are the Jupiter Muscat. So we'll keep this baby in there for another couple of days and then come out and check it. You want to keep it warm. So far, this is by far the best method that I have seen, that I have done, that, you know, so far, I mean, hopefully, I do believe they are going to survive. Everything with foliage is going to survive. They've all got roots. If they all freaking survive, I'm 100 for 100. Every single one of
the fuck you talking about?
these that I ordered all propagated. That is really, really cool. Yeah, just be careful with some of them, because some of them, if they have like 3-4 nodes, if you cover them within the paper towel, you may end up getting roots through some of those nodes, because, you know, as far as that cutting is concerned, it thinks it's underground. So be careful. That's why I kind of say try to leave one of the nodes kind of out, so maybe that one grows the foliage. But if it's got roots on it and the top of the foliage died, like this one here, the top of the foliage kind of died, the roots are still growing down there, and it'll produce more foliage. Another one will come out. So, because that one, this one right here, was getting me nervous because I didn't see anything coming out of it, and then it finally, you know, started to shoot out. So it's pretty cool. I like doing this, you know, and technically speaking, I really don't even need to keep all of them. I mean, look how many of them I got. Technically speaking, if I really wanted to, I could probably, if I kept 3 of each, 3 Jupiter Muscat, 3 Cuyoga white wine, and 3 of the crimsons, if I sold all the rest of them for $20, I would have made $460. You know, minus, you know, let's say $60, minus $60 for freaking overhead, electricity, dirt, potting soil and stuff like that. $60. I mean, $400. You know, and I could throw these online and sell them straight out of the pot. And all I did was just wrap them up with paper towels, wet them up, slice them a little bit on the side, threw them in here at freaking 80 to 85 degrees and just let them go. Don't overwater them. You know, even though looking at these, you might sit there and say, those look like they need water. They do not. Well, this one might. That one's kind of dry. But that one's still wet down there. They may look dry, but they are not. Make sure you get your finger down there and test it. If it's still wet, it does not need anything. We'll give this one, we'll give it a little. But you don't want to overwater these. And that's one of the troubles that I have. For some reason, I think that it just needs to be watered and watered and watered and watered and watered. They love water. Yeah, you gotta pay attention to stuff. It's not, you know, as far as growing, to where it's not really starving for water, really. See, right there I got a Jupiter Muscat. That one's a Jupiter Muscat. That one's a Jupiter Muscat, and look at the foliage. So, fun. That's the grow tent, and that's all of the grapes that propagated. It's awesome. Alright guys, take it easy. Hope you enjoyed the video. Peace out.